All right, hello everybody. I'm going to do another book. This one is called Clark the Shark. Now, I live in a place called Wildwood, New Jersey, where a lot of the kids that I hang out with in our schools go to, and we live on an island, and we're surrounded by the ocean, and we have a big boardwalk, and we have all sorts of great amusement rides, and like restaurants, and you can get cotton candy and funnel cake. So if you type in Google Wildwood, New Jersey, and look at the pictures, you'll see where we live. It's pretty cool. So we live on the beach, and we love sharks, and we really love Clark the Shark. I have no idea. I haven't ever even opened this book, and I'm going to read it for the first time with you. So it's called Clark the Shark. Looks like he's in a school bus. In all the wide blue seas and all the wide blue world, the top school for fish was Theodore Roosterfish Elementary. And of all the fish at Theodore Roosterfish, the biggest and strongest was Clark the Shark. Look at him. He's in his school bus. And his school looks to be like an abandoned ship that sunk. Oh, Clark loved school, and he loved his teacher, Miss Inky Dink. Miss Inky Dink, and you're going to find out why she's called Miss Inky Dink. He loved to play upsy downsy and spin-a-majig with his friends. Clark loved his life. So first of all, look at him playing spin-a-majiggy. All right, see him spin-a-majiggy? But you know why his teacher is called Miss Inky? She is an octopus. And what do octopuses have? Ink. So Clark said, "School is awesome," shouted Clark the Shark. "Less shouting, more reading," said Miss Inky Dink. "Lunchtime is sweet," yelled Clark at the top of his gills. "Munch on your own lunch," said his best friend, Joey Mackerel. I think Joey Mackerel is a fish. "Recess rocks," bellowed Clark the Shark. "You're playing rough, Clark," cried all the other kids. Well, he's bigger than everybody. Of course he's going to be. Yes, Clark loved his life and all of his sharkly heart, but he loved everything way too much. He was too loud, he was too wild, he was too much shark for all the other fish to handle. After a while, no one would play with Clark. No one ate lunch with him, no one sat with him at the circle time, even his best friend, Joey Mackerel. You know what he said to him? He goes, "Yo, buddy, cool your jets, Clark. You're making me crazy." See him? He looks flabbergasted. And there's all of his friends. One day, Clark asked Miss Inky Dink, "What's wrong with everyone?" And Miss Inky Dink patted his fin. "Clark, sometimes you play way too hard. You munch too hard, and gosh, you even help too hard. But life is so exciting," said Clark. "There's a time and place for everything," Miss Inky Dink said. "And sometimes the rules is you must stay cool." Poor fella. Are you feeling bad for him? I feel kind of bad. I feel sad for him. He's such a big shark. It's not his fault he's so big. At recess, Clark tried to stay cool, and he pushed the swing with too much zing. "Sorry," said Clark. "I forgot." "Yikes!" cried out Mackerel. Look at Mackerel. Does he look scared or does he look scared? Holy mackerel. At lunch, Clark tried to stay cool, but everything smelled so good that he munched a bunch of lunches. "Sorry," said Clark, "I forgot." And then all of his friends says, "We're starving," because Clark ate all their food. Poor Clark. In class, Clark tried to stay cool, but a good book got him all shook up. "Now, Clark," said Miss Inky Dinky, "this isn't the time or place. Tell me, what is the rule?" "Stay cool," said Clark. "Hey, that rhymes," he said. Rhyming's kind of cool. Then Clark got a big idea in his sharky head. "Maybe if I make a rhyme, I'll remember every time," he thought. The next day, he put his plan to work. How about you guys? You liking this book? I kind of like it. I like shark books. You know what I like about him? Look at his big smile. In class, when lessons got exciting, Clark wanted to bounce up out of his seat. Instead, you know what he said to himself? He said, "When the teacher's talking, don't go walking." And what do you know? It worked. "Attaboy, Clark," said Miss Inky Dinky. Clark smiled real big, and he goes, "Lessons are fun." Look at him in school. What a cool looking school. Does anybody in this picture look like anyone that you know at school? Does Miss Inky Dinky look like your teacher? Huh. Holy mackerel. At lunch, everything smelled so yummy. When Clark wanted to eat and never stop, he told himself, "Only munch your own lunch." And it worked again. "Way to go, Clark," said his friends. Clark grinned. He goes, "Lunch is fun." I bet he would love to be in the Lunch with Lynch program that we do at school. "Only munch on your own lunch, Mr. Lynch," is what he should have said. At playtime, remember he goes to playtime? Clark told himself, "Easy does it. That is the way. Then my friends will let me play." And playtime was fun. Once more, Clark loved his life. Seems a little fishy to me. Hey, I didn't notice this. He's friends with a crab. Look at that crab. I wonder if that crab's ever been to the crab house down in Lower Township. But then a shadow fell upon the playground, a ginormous shadow with tentacles galore. "It's a new kid, and he looks scary," cried Joey Mackerel. "Swim for your lives!" The squid squashed the side and slapped off the swing. "Oops, my bad," said the new kid. They're all running, they're running for their lives. There's the new kid. So now it looks like there's two big kids at school. "Wait," said Clark. "He just wants to play. Let's find a way." He swam to the new kid with all his might. Clark played harder than he had ever played before. Upsies, downsies, and spin-a-majig. Why, he even made up a new game called Tell Wumpa-Lumpus. Looks like he has a good friend there, doesn't he? Looks like a good friend to me. "Wow, that was fun," said the new kid breathlessly. I mean, he was out of breath. He was like breathing whatever little bit of air that's in water that fish drink. And he said, "Settle down." He goes, "If you want to come to school, you got to stay cool," said Clark. That's old Clark right there. That Clark is a smart shark. "That's right, Clark," said Miss Inky Dinky. "And thanks for taking care of our new classmate, Sid the Squid." Hooray for Clark the Shark, everyone cheered. That night, Clark's mother asked, "Hey, Clark, what did you learn at school, dear?" And he said, "There's a time and place for everything. Sometimes you just have to stay cool." But sometimes a shark got to do what a shark got to do. And look at him swimming around, having a good time, hanging out with his dad, doing some shark moves there in the bottom of the sea. So I think our message in this book today is staying cool. So if you can stay like really cool, because I know you're at home and it's a little different than being at school, but your mom and your dad, or maybe your aunt or your grandparents or somebody is helping you with your schoolwork. So I think you should really work hard today to stay cool. All right? Thumbs up for kindness. Keep doing the great job, and I'm proud of each and every one of you. I'll see you later. Can't wait to read another book. Bye-bye. As I go and turn off the computer.